Having a relationship featured on TLC's 90-Day Fiancé must be tough. Not only are private details about the love lives of two romantic partners made matters of public concern, but the strength and authenticity of the relationship are constantly questioned. Even years after a pair is married, fans continue to prognosticate. Many 90-Day Fiancé relationships did prove to stand the test of time, but a few collapsed mere months after IDOS were shared, and fans are mostly left to wonder exactly what happened to the couples who separated and faded from public view. Chelsea met Ymir while volunteering in Nicaragua, and the two quickly fell in love. Though they married, Ymir soon departed for Chicago to pursue his music career, and this caused a rift that ultimately ended the marriage. Following their divorce in 2017, Chelsea has led a mostly low-key life, though she did make an appearance in a 90-Day Bears All segment and made her bisexuality known in an interview with People. Ymir continues to pursue his music in Chicago and even collaborated with Milovox, the band he had originally been a part of in Nicaragua. Season 6 of 90-Day Fiancé saw multiple relationships end in divorce, and the writing was apparently on the wall for Ashley and Jay for quite some time. Jay was allegedly involved in several adulterous relationships, and they separated in 2020 before ultimately divorcing a year later. Though the two aren't on amicable terms, they seem to be doing well. Ashley is romantically involved with another man, though she has refused to share his identity on social media. Jay now runs a tattoo parlor that the couple opened just before their divorce, and he seems to be doing well enough. A strange relationship from beginning to end. Colt proposed to Larissa, whom he met online, after spending a total of 11 days with her in Mexico and Brazil. The two married and lived in Colt's mother's Las Vegas home for a time but separated after 6 months after Larissa was charged with domestic violence. After that, a web of infidelity surrounding Colt came to light, and he eventually began dating another woman named Vanessa. Larissa has remained in the United States and, as per Screen Rant, underwent a $72,000 full-body makeover. She now works as an adult content creator. Jorge and Anfisa were one of the series' most infamous couples, constantly fighting and never coming across as anything approaching compatible. The two briefly married before officially calling it quits in 2020. Shockingly, in 2018, Jorge was caught attempting to distribute marijuana and spent 2 years in prison as a result. During his incarceration, he lost an incredible amount of weight and is now almost unrecognizable. Related, Anfisa's 10 most iconic 90-Day Fiancé tantrums following the divorce. Anfisa has remained in the spotlight. She was certified as a personal trainer, remains active on Instagram, and also dabbles in adult content creation. Introduced in Season 2 of the series, Danielle and Mohammed were an odd couple. With huge age and cultural differences separating the two, the relationship didn't seem destined for success. The two would eventually have a very messy falling out, with Danielle going so far as to attempt to have Mohammed deported. Avid 90-Day fans will still be familiar with the two, as they've since appeared on the spin-offs The Single Life and Self-Quarantined. Surprisingly, they've made up and seem to be on amicable terms. Danielle also recently earned a BS degree in nursing. Another couple originally featured on the show's Season 2, Kasha began dating Jason after she broke up with one of his friends, whom she had met through Facebook. Kasha eventually traveled from her native Brazil to be with Jason, but the marriage ended in 2018 after a domestic abuse charge was filed against Jason. Related, 10 90-Day Fiancé cast members' YouTube channels You Need to Watch. Kasha rebounded quickly and remarried, but, tragically, Jason passed away in late 2021 due to complications from COVID-19 at the age of 45. Featured on Season 5 of 90-Day Fiancé, Molly and Luis was an infamously problematic pairing. Luis, a Dominican Republic native, did not enjoy living in Georgia, and he could not get along with Molly's children and often made them feel uncomfortable. The two divorced in 2018, and Luis remarried a brief 5 months later. Molly has maintained her status as a 90-Day Fiancé staple through appearances on The Single Life, but, according to Screen Rant, fans are still unsure of her new boyfriend Kelly, as Molly's track record of finding love online is less than stellar. Mexico native Fernanda moved to North Carolina to be with Jonathan, who was more than 10 years her senior, in 2018. The two were married, but the relationship quickly deteriorated, and the two divorced after less than a year. Jonathan has been keeping a low profile since the separation, though it is known that he's in another relationship. Fernanda, on the other hand, engaged in a pretty high-profile fling with The Bachelorette star Clay Harbor, who also happens to be about 10 years older than her. Though not technically divorced, Paul and Karina are currently separated after video evidence of Karina assaulting Paul surfaced, and the couple's future seems to be very uncertain. The two met online and engaged in one of the strangest relationships seen in the series. Paul was a very sheltered individual who lived with his eccentric mother, and he was far out of his element in Karina's native Brazil. The two didn't even speak the same language, forced to rely on a translation app to communicate. It's hard to say what's in store for the two, but, as per Screen Rant, divorce certainly seems to be on the table.